To know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, SHRM has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join SHRM on our journey to drive change.
Our folks here have over 20 plus years experience. We provide two main areas: Express Requests, which is a compilation of all various topics. You can actually save a lot of time by asking one of our advisors to do some research for you, to bounce off an idea, to find out latest current employer practices.
We talk about every topic imaginable under the umbrella of human resources. Among the most popular would be the Family and Medical Leave Act, the exemption status, questions about the salary basis. The questions go on and on. We could talk about many more of them. And if you want to do that, don't forget one of the prime benefits of being a SHRM member, the HR Knowledge Center.
Hello and welcome to the third annual Better Workplaces Challenge Cup. I'm Guillermo Correa, Managing Director of SHRMLabs, SHRM's Workplace Innovation Lab and Venture Capital Arm. Thank you for joining us. As many of you know, SHRM's purpose, or SHRM, is to elevate the HR profession, and our mission is to empower people and workplaces by advancing HR practices and maximizing human potential. To that end, we strongly believe that HR is best positioned to lead workplace innovation and organizational development. Everyone listening today will agree that HR needs to continue innovating in order to meet an organization's needs of tomorrow. And innovation is the key reason why SHRM launched this competition. The Better Workplaces Challenge Cup is a pitch competition to find the innovators that are solving the most critical workplace challenges. This year, the competition was open to over 200 countries around the world, with competition rounds in the US, Europe, Latin America, Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. We also added a member track for SHRM members to showcase how the people who know the workplace the best, HR, are innovating. This is the 8th segment of the startup track of the competition, which will consist of 10 first rounds from which the top company will advance to the semifinals. The winner from each semifinal will advance to the finals, which will be held at the SHRM Annual Conference and Exposition, the largest HR gathering in the world. This year, we're back in Las Vegas from June 11th through the 14th, and hope you'll be there to join us. Today, you will hear from 5 very exciting startups. Each company will provide a 3-minute pitch, and afterwards, they will have a 3-question and answer session with our judges. The criteria these startups will be judged on are: number 1, is this a business that will be able to grow to positively affect the lives and work of millions of employees? Number 2, is this a business that will create better workplaces where employers and employees thrive together? And then finally, number 3, is this a business that will provide value to SHRM members and their companies by helping HR professionals become more efficient and strategic? Once the pitches are completed, the judges will deliberate and choose the winner of this segment. Please note that this event qualifies for 2 PDCs towards your SHRM CP or SCP certification, and we will provide the code at the end of the event. But for now, please help me in welcoming our judges for today. First up, we have Yolanda Asumu, founder of Africa HR Forum. Yolanda, welcome to the stage. Thank you for being here. Next up, we have Mohammed Al Rasbi, Managing Director of the Oman Technology Fund. Mohammed, thank you very much for being here. So welcome to the stage, judges. Thank you for joining us, and let's go ahead and get started here. Please welcome our first participant, FaidiHR.
My name is Peter Mushemi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of FaidiHR, a cloud payroll and HR platform that is serving the emerging African market, starting with Kenya. When I got my first job as a software developer, we had challenges accessing HR services, basically because they are manual. The HR has compliance challenges because the reports generated from spreadsheets are not accurate. The global players that are offering solutions to the businesses in Africa are not localized to the market, and therefore they are expensive and out of reach of these businesses. Our solution is easy to use, affordable, and cloud-based. In fact, we are not just building a normal payroll. We are building an ecosystem that will empower employee wellness through access of services that are targeting these employees, including early earned wage access, on-demand pay, instant loans, and so many other services that will be of interest to these employees. Our solution is localized and affordable. The market is huge, with more than 7 billion opportunity for us to take advantage of. This market is doubling every year. In fact, statistics show in the next 10 years, more than 30% of the global workforce will be based in Africa. We make money through subscription model, whereby we charge per employee per month. So far, we have more than 200 companies on our portfolio, serving notable companies like Air France, KLM, and Learjet Air. Our platform is processing more than $800 every month. The dream team is composed of 2 technical founders with 7 full-time employees who have the potential to execute and build a sustainable solution that meets the African demand. Our competitors are building excellent solutions, but our advantage is we are building an end-to-end solution that will allow the HR to manage the full cycle of the employee. We are making the HR at the center of our business. We are making the HR the hero by making them a strategic HR, allowing them to empower employee wellness and increase productivity and efficiency of the businesses they are running. With that, I urge you to join us to build the future of work. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Peter, welcome to the stage. Thank you for your presentation. And for this round, Yolanda, would you like to get us started with the questions? Oh, I think you're on mute, by the way.
Sorry. Yes, thank you so much for that presentation, Peter. That was wonderful. I was wondering if you could just tell us what specifically does your product offer that would make it stand out amongst all of your competition?
Thank you very much for that question. So one of our competitive advantage is the fact that we are building an end-to-end solution. What you find in Kenya and in Africa at large, majority of businesses that have these technological solution have them decentralized, meaning a company would normally have 3 to 4 solutions, manual solution included. But our platform is an all-in-one solution that allows the HR to recruit, to onboard, to manage the employee data and other processes like performance and appraisal. And all these things are in one box. The HR does not need to get out of this solution to go get data from another solution. And at the end of the day, we are building an ecosystem that will empower both the employee and the employer. When I talk of ecosystem, I'm talking of insurance, I'm talking of loans, I'm talking of credit scoring, because currently we have even loans providers that need this data. But because they don't have access to this data, then the employees are subject to predatory loans providers. But our solution is providing all that in one box.
Okay, thank you for that explanation. Very good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Next question over to you, Mohammed.
Hi. Thank you, Peter, for the presentation. So I have a question about your traction. So far you said you have roughly 200 clients onboarded onto the solution. Is it 200 clients or 200? So I want to know about the number of employees and how long have you been in business so far? Have you gone through a full, let's say, cycle from being hired as an employee to the time they are offboarded from your solution? Has that cycle been completed so far?
All right, thank you for that question. So currently we have more than 5,000 employees on the platform from these companies. And it's important to mention that majority of our customers are in the range of 1 to 50 employees. But currently we've seen interest in bigger corporates. Like I've mentioned, with Air France has come on board to manage all Africa. And we've seen other banks in Kenya that are interested in our solution, particularly the performance and appraisal. So in the next few months, we should be hitting 10,000. So could you please repeat the other question? Sorry.
All right.
All right, thank you. So we've been in business in about 2 years, and last year we relaunched to FaidiHR. So in 6 months after we launched, we've seen immense growth, and the solution right now is complete. You can be able to recruit because we have a job recruitment portal that is integrated with our platform. You can be able to offboard. You can be able to manage all these processes within our platform. So it's complete. It's just now currently we're doing fundraising so that we can continue enhancing the product, because we build our solution based on the feedback from the HR. Currently, I have so many HR in my network that continually tell me, Peter, this is what we need. And that process has really helped us to learn, because we realize majority of the group of players just bring a solution and sort of force them to the local HR, forgetting that these guys have a different context that need to be addressed.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Peter. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about FaidiHR?
So we are live online. You can visit www.faidihr.com, and our solution provides self-onboarding. So you don't need to call us. You can register, and you will be able to onboard yourself onto the platform and start using and testing the solution. Just to add, the solution is free for 5 employees, so that you can just test the solution to see if it will add value to you. And I guarantee you it will. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Peter. All right, let's bring up our second participant, Zindi.
Hi, my name is Selena. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Zindi. Simply put, Zindi is like a LinkedIn, specifically designed to the needs of data professionals. This is Darius. Darius was working in customer service at a bank in rural Kenya. He was struggling to find his first job as a data scientist, and then a few years ago, he found Zindi. And through the skills, the networks, and the profile that he built up on Zindi, he was able to get his first full-time job as a data scientist. We need more Dariuses. And I say this because the demand for data science skills and talent is absolutely skyrocketing in the world today. And this is why we created Zindi, in order to make data science and AI accessible to everyone. And so today we have a community of over 60,000 data scientists on the platform from 180 countries. And when a data scientist like Darius comes to the platform, he or she is able to enter competitions to build a real-world solution for a real client. And as he or she builds up their track record on Zindi and solves problems for real companies, they're able to really grow their Zindi profile, which becomes their CV and their portfolio of projects. And as they grow this profile, they're able to use these profiles in order to match with job opportunities. We've worked with some of the greatest industry leaders in the world today, including Google, ABSA, Ernst & Young, and Fossil. When companies like an Ernst & Young comes to Zindi, they come to elevate their HR strategy for data science recruitment and retention and upskilling in their own markets. First, they're able to attract talent, building this long-term pipeline through brand awareness on the Zindi platform. Secondly, they're able to leverage the depth and the breadth of the Zindi database of data talent in order to find the right candidates for them, based on actual performance data. And third, they're able to leverage these competitions that we run on Zindi. We've run over 200 competitions in order to vet talent and even crowdsource solutions to their own problems. There are other tech and data science platforms out there. There are other professional networks like LinkedIn out there, but we are the only professional network that is built specifically for data professionals. My co-founders, Megan Yates, Echo Duker, and I come together with years of experience building global data communities, experience in corporate management, and of course, experience in data science. We built Zindi because we believe that talent is distributed equally, but opportunity is not. Together with our community, Zindi is deepening the pool of talent that's available to companies across the world, and we're transforming the way that these companies attract, hire, and upskill this talent. We hope you'll join us in our journey. Thank you very much.
Hello, Selena. Welcome to the stage, and thank you for your presentation. All right, for this round of the question and answers, Mohammed, would you like to get us started? And by the way, we seem to be hearing a lot of static from your mic. I don't know if there's a bad connection. Yeah, Selena, are you able to hear his question?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want to try again, Mohammed?
Okay, sure.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, my AirPods. Thank you very much for that, Selena. So my question is, so you're kind of cross between like what's it called? A platform, LinkedIn plus I'm trying to think of other like competition basically. So you're trying to mix the two. Is that correct? Or
yeah, kind of like a LinkedIn plus a GitHub plus maybe a bit more than that. Yeah.
Okay. And now the question is, so because I looked at the site, so my understanding is that you're trying to get more, let's say, visibility for those who are in the data science field, so they can compete and basically uplift their profile as much as possible. So I guess my question is, there's a need for data scientists. So what is it that you're doing differently? That because my understanding is that there is a shortage of having enough data scientists. So what is it that you're doing differently that is allowing other companies or those who are looking for data scientists? What's unique about Zindi?
Yeah, sure. Exactly. There is a gap in the data science market. If you go to LinkedIn, there's over 1 million data science jobs or data related jobs that are empty right now. And the thing that we're doing that's different from any other, let's say, recruitment platform or even a LinkedIn is doing is that we're allowing companies to actually get real data points on each of the candidates. So it's not just what you say in your CV, because as we all know, you can say anything that you want on your CV, but this is actual proof points. These are profiles that are built up over years of working on the Zindi platform, building up skills. Like I gave the example of Darius, or there's thousands of other people who are entering different competitions that test their skills and build their skills at the same time on different data science topics. And that all gets added to their profile, which allows companies to actually see what the candidates are able to do.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay, Yolanda, next question over to you. I think you're on mute.
Again, sorry about that. Yes, Selena, thank you so much for your presentation. I just have one simple question. I just wanted to ask you, why did you think that it was very important that you take this initiative with your team to actually develop this specific product to provide in the market for Zindi?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, perfect. And my co-founders and I have been working in the data science field for many years. And one of the things that we recognized in Africa is that a lot of companies and organizations would say, oh, we have a lot of data, we have a lot of problems, but we're going to go to we're going to go outside of our country or even outside of Africa to find the solutions and the people that we need to help us. And literally when we first launched Zindi, I was in Tanzania and I sat down with a major bank and they were like, Selena, this platform is great, but our problem is that there's no data scientists in Tanzania. But I could literally pull up our platform in the first couple of weeks of launching Zindi and show them 50 data scientists in Tanzania. So I think it's challenging the narrative that there is no talent in Africa. And then the other reason why we created Zindi is because I've actually worked in the field with young people in Africa for also many years. And it's because we recognize that there's so many young people that are so talented and just really need this platform to showcase what they're capable of doing.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Selena, for that. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about Zindi?
Please go to zindi.africa and check us out, reach out to us.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, let's bring up our third participant, Shaghalni.
Hi everyone, my name is Omar Khalifa. I'm the founder of Shaghalni.com, which means hire me in Arabic. So the MENA region has the highest youth unemployment rates in the world. And while most of them are blue and gray collar job seekers, most online platforms cater to the white collar segment. One of the main reasons why this rate is so high, especially for this segment, the blue and gray collar job seekers, is that they're not very tech savvy, which makes it very hard for them to keep up with the job market. And that's why we created Shaghalni, to make jobs available and accessible to job seekers who aren't very tech savvy. Despite the growing needs in hiring the blue and gray collar job seekers, companies are facing plenty of difficulties in reaching out to them. Not only this, they also face difficulties in getting them to the interview because of the low show-up rates for these job seekers, which is approximately 10%. We have been running Shaghalni for a few years now, and we've been digging into the problem until we carried out an experiment where we paid job seekers transportation allowance to attend interviews. And this helped us increase the show-up rates from 10% to 60%, simply because job seekers didn't want to pay transportation costs and risk not getting accepted. Okay, so how do we reach out to those job seekers? Besides having an online platform and organizing employment fairs, we've created the job kiosks, which is a portable device where you can send to rural areas, targeting specifically job seekers who do not have smartphones. That means that you cannot easily reach them through Facebook or Google. With this kiosk, they can apply to the latest jobs. We get their verified phone number, their full name, their location, their education level, everything the employer needs to know about this job seeker. The moment the job seeker applies, we help coordinate and set an interview between the job seeker and the employer. Our current business model is charging employers prepaid hiring packages, kiosk rentals, and employment fair participation fees. Paid employers enjoy a more filtered service by a dedicated account manager that also sets interview appointments at the employer's premises. So what's next? We believe that the future is hybrid, especially targeting blue and gray collar job seekers. We believe that there is going to always be a physical aspect to it. That's why we're going brick and mortar. We're going to build our first hiring center where job seekers can choose their job category and apply through our portable kiosks, get an interview on the spot, get accepted or rejected on the spot. If they're accepted, they can extract some of the official documents through the center. They can even open a bank account through a third party, and they get a final interview at the company's premises. And if they're rejected, we help them by offering them training programs through third parties and encourage them to come back again. Once we build our first hiring center, we already have a plan in place where you can scale this model quickly by building mini recruitment centers through our partners. We have a soft commitment with Orange Egypt where we can use their 800 branches across Egypt where we can place in our mini recruitment centers. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
All right. Thank you for your presentation, Omar, and welcome to the stage. And by the way, love that Barcelona jersey in the back, so you get my vote for that. All right, for this round of question and answers, Yolanda, would you like to get us started? And don't forget about your mute button.
Yes, I fixed that this time. Hi, Omar. Thank you so much for your presentation. And yes, I do like your jersey in the background. But
thanks a lot.
I really do appreciate the fact that you are focusing on, all the other areas of the workforce, because many times job platforms do focus a lot on the administrative staff. And so I think this is a very good initiative. I was just wondering, how do you how do you foresee, or where do you see putting these kiosks, and how do you see people getting to the kiosk and actually utilizing this service? Because I noticed you said you was one, but I was wondering, like, is there a strategy around where you would where you would set them up?
Yeah, sure. First of all, they're portable, so we can easily move them around. So, for example, we want to put them in crowded areas. For example, the metro stations, in front of a church, in front of a mosque, in front of a university graduation. So you can easily move it. And we've tried this before. We went to rural areas where people literally do not have any smartphones, and we placed them in metro stations, and it was very effective in both. And right now in Ramadan we have like 15 in Orange branches. Orange is the biggest telecommunications company in Egypt, and they push for it in the online ads and everything, and we have people go to the branches and apply to jobs through it. So it's pretty much flexible. We can easily move them around.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Mohammed, next question over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Omar, for the presentation. Egypt is it's a very unique place compared to other locations. Now the question is, how do you see yourself expanding outside of Egypt? Because as I said, Egypt has a unique, let's say, the way you would interact with people is completely different than, let's say, if you go to somewhere else. So what are your thoughts as far as expanding outside of Egypt?
Good question. So what's happening in Egypt? I mean, the problems in the Egyptian workforce are very similar to other countries in Africa, India, Pakistan, where job seekers complain about the low wages. They have also very high no show up rates. And Egypt, as you said, it's a huge market, and it's a very important market to do your trial and error. So we've been running for like 7 years now, and we've done almost everything to get to the core of the problem, to understand the nature of these job seekers. Why do they not go to the interviews? What do they not like about the jobs? The gig economy, the challenges, everything. So I think the problems that we have in Egypt are very similar to a lot of other countries in Africa and India and Pakistan.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Omar. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about Shaghalni?
Yeah, they can log on www.shaghalni.com, and you're going to find the website and everything.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, let's bring up our fourth participant, Mintor.
Hi, I'm Leon, founder of Mintor. We enable the global non-office-based workforce to receive timely HR support through the chat apps that they already use, anywhere, anytime. The majority of the world's workforce is not office-based, and typically they are low-income earners, which means access to computers and costly mobile data are huge barriers for them to adopt digital HR solutions. So HR teams are stuck with archaic, costly, and time-consuming in-person and paper-based support to their people, resulting in employees often not even receiving the support they need to grow on the job and improve their lives. However, we found a way to bridge the gap between HR and the workforce by meeting them in the chat app where they are already at. Mintor automates HR processes through chatbots that plug into the company's existing HR systems on the one hand, and the chat apps such as WhatsApp on the other hand. Our suite of HR tools include recruitment, training, payslips, employee engagement, and more, all via automated chats, freeing up HR from burdensome admin tasks and giving them more time for their people. Mintor is a global first mover in this still nascent chat-based HR support market, with world-first innovations such as a WhatsApp CV building tool and omni-channel chat-enabled employee self-service. We launched our SaaS business 2 years ago, licensing our tools as an HR system add-on. We derive revenue through monthly subscription fees as low as 20 cents per user for high-volume clients, and once-off fees for customizing our templated solutions to customers' needs. We operate at a 30% profit margin. In the last 2 years, we supported over 100,000 workers and 23 businesses across 52 countries. More importantly, though, we enabled our clients to achieve a 70% improvement in job retention and 90% savings in HR admin time. The total addressable HR information systems market is currently $1.4 billion and is growing at 10% a year. In the next 5 years, we aim to capture 3% of this market with our cloud-based bolt-on HR tools. Our team has combined over 40 years of experience across large corporates and startups globally, just the right mix to scale Mintor to impact the lives of billions from underserved communities. We are on a sprint to grow 10 times within the next 2 years, and with SHRMLabs exposure and partner network, we'll be able to impact even many more and excel the journey to leave no one behind.
All right, great presentation. Welcome to the stage, Leon. And for this round, Mohammed, would you like to get us started?
Sure. Thank you, Leon. It looks very exciting what you're doing. I think it's very much needed. My question to you is, as far as languages, so I'm assuming you're doing English, Latin languages, basically. Have you started doing anything in Arabic yet, or what's your plan, basically, for expansion?
Hi, Mohammed. Thanks for that question. So we translate content into the languages of the local regions wherever we implement solutions. Yes, we can basically implement any language variation of the bots, and it's auto-detected by the dominant language locally, and then people can actually switch to other languages of their choices as well.
Just to clarify, have you started doing Arabic yet, or not yet?
So no, we have not done Arabic yet.
Thank you.
Okay, and Yolanda, next question over to you.
Yes, Leon, thank you so much for that presentation. This is a very interesting solution. I only had one question because many times in HR, we have a lot of confidential documentation, and I saw the list of documents, some of the things that are being shared by WhatsApp. Have you had any concerns about confidentiality?
Yes, thanks, Yolanda. That is a common question that does come up naturally with sensitivity of information. So the one thing about WhatsApp is actually that messages, because it is encrypted, it's even more safe than email. People don't always comprehend that. But when it does get to really critical information, such as payslip details, we facilitate additional mechanisms where documents can be password protected, and the individual needs to enter the password to access that through the WhatsApp once its information has been sent.
Okay. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Leon. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about Mintor?
The website is gomintor.com, GOMINTOR.com, and you'll be able to find some demo videos on there and further information to get in touch with the Mintor team if you have special requests.
Good, fantastic. Thank you very much. All right, let's bring up our fifth and final participant, TalentQL.
Hi, my name is Adewale Iso. I'm the co-founder and CEO of TalentQL. We are building and connecting top African talent with global opportunities. Talent in emerging markets lack access to opportunities and growth resources they need to become world-class engineers. Companies, on the other hand, lack the resources to acquire the talent they need to scale. And that's where we come in. We give access to top 1% talent, 100% prevented talent, and we reduce your hiring time to 48 hours. That means from the time you reach out to us to onboarding your talent, 48 hours. We help companies build a seamless global team. And for our talent, we provide access to global opportunities, access to world-class mentors, access to growth resources. We help our talent evolve into world-class engineers. Our revenue stream is in two ways. We have a recurring management fee and a one-time placement fee, which is between 10 to 25% commission. Traction as of December 2020, we have over 10,000 talent in our talent pool, and we onboarded over 70 companies across the world. And we are now on $50,000 monthly net revenue, and we help our talent earn over $1 million in 2022 alone. The market is huge. We have over 8.1 billion tech talent acquisition market. And for us, in the next 18 months, we're looking to have 100,000 talent in our pool, vet up to 20,000 of them, and engage 4,000 of them. Engaging 1,000 of them will give us $10 million in LTV. And Africa is a huge market. Over 60% of the population is under the age of 25, which is the youngest population in the world. And Africa is 1.4 billion people in Africa. We are the future of work. Literally, Africa is the future of work. At IBM. Our goal is to win the talent market, because we know if we win the talent market, we will win the opportunities market. And the way we are doing it is through mentorship, pipeline program, and a clear path to becoming world-class talent. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that presentation. Rachel, welcome to the stage. And for this round, Yolanda, would you like to kick us off with the questions?
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we did have that presentation, and it just seemed like this would be a good platform. But I'm just wondering, how much success have you had in actually having talent to be hired through this platform?
Thank you so much, Yolanda. That's an excellent question. So over the past 2 years, we've had out of the 10,000 talents which we have in our pool, we've already placed over 5,000 of them. Like, it has taken a while, but we do a lot of bulk hiring for companies such as McKinsey, such as JP Morgan, Google, and all of the likes. Yeah. So far we've had like a high percentage. Meanwhile, we also have a program called the Pipeline Program, which is aimed at empowering engineers. So we have beyond supporting engineers who join our talent pool, we ensure that we have this empowering program that supports them through mentorship, access to mentors who are working in companies across the world, like top tier companies, engineering managers. And with these people, you get higher access to, because if these engineering managers are mentoring this talent, then they tend to recommend them for opportunities. So it kind of like expedites the whole process of getting people placed in our pool. So that's one of the tricks we've had under our belt.
Okay, excellent. Mohammed, last question over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Rachel. I guess the question is comparing this to LinkedIn. I mean, so what differentiates you from, so basically anyone who wants to hire someone, they can go to LinkedIn and make a post and a job posting and then use that. Obviously, I know that's not ideal. So you mentioned mentoring. That's one aspect, which is very smart. So other than mentoring, what else are you differentiating yourselves between the number of platforms out there at the moment?
Thank you so much, Mohammed, for that question. So regarding how we stand out, what we do is ensure that we reduce the hiring process by to 48 hours timeline, right? So these 10,000 talents that we currently have in our pool are already pre-vetted talents. So at the time the client reaches out to us, I want to hire a candidate. These are people who are already pre-vetted. You get to kind of like just either you decide to directly hire them or you give them a test, and we've already communicated with our candidate that we have a quick run time. So how can we keep this process as short as possible? They take your assessment test if there's need for that, and all of that gets done in less than 48 hours. So how do we stand out compared to other solutions out there? We reduce hiring time, thereby reducing how much money HR professionals have to spend on acquiring talent.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Thank you very much, Rachel. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about TalentQL?
TalentQL.com. Yeah.
Okay.
TalentQL.
Nice and easy. Excellent. Thank you very much for being here. All right. And that actually completes the round of pitches for this segment. So a big round of applause to our competitors. The judges are now going to deliberate on the pitches that you just saw. So judges, I'll be seeing you at the Zoom link in just a second. While the judges deliberate, we hope you enjoy some great information that we have to share with you. And we're going to be back shortly with a decision in about 10 minutes. So hang tight. All right. See you soon.
Throughout history, the world's hardest challenges have inspired the most innovative solutions. Remote work, skill shortages, a growing mental health crisis, and the impact of the Great Resignation were just a few of the challenges disrupting the workplace and driving new heights of innovation. That's why in 2021, SHRMLabs introduced the Better Workplaces Challenge Cup to find and elevate the next generations of workplace technology and innovations that will help drive progress and make our world a better place. In 2022, our competition went bigger than ever before. We went global, featuring over 150 workplace solutions from all around the world. Through 10 initial pitch segments across North America, Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific, panels of expert judges chose 4 finalists to proceed to the finals pitch event at SHRM's 2022 annual conference, the world's largest gathering of HR leaders and executives. There, the final 4 startups pitched their innovations live in front of tens of hundreds of SHRM members and a panel of celebrity judges. One winner was crowned the Better Workplaces Challenge Cup champion and rewarded with a $50,000 cash prize. By bringing together the best and brightest minds in the field, this competition powered by SHRM is helping to pave the way for a brighter, more sustainable future for work. Visit us at betterworkplaceschallengecup.com to learn more.
Know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, SHRM has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join SHRM on our journey to drive change.
Our folks here have over 20 plus years experience. We provide two main areas: Express Requests, which is a compilation of all various topics. You can actually save a lot of time by asking one of our advisors to do some research for you, to bounce off an idea, to find out latest current employer practices.
We talk about every topic imaginable under the umbrella of human resources. Among the most popular would be the Family and Medical Leave Act, the exemption status, questions about the salary basis. The questions go on and on. We could talk about many more of them. And if you want to do that, don't forget one of the prime benefits of being a SHRM member, the HR Knowledge Center.
To know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, SHRM has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join SHRM on our journey to drive change.
Our folks here have over 20 plus years experience. We provide two main areas: express requests, which is a compilation of all various topics. You can actually save a lot of time by asking one of our advisors to do some research for you, to bounce off an idea, to find out latest current employer practices.
We talk about every topic imaginable under the umbrella of human resources. Among the most popular would be the Family and Medical Leave Act, the exemption status, questions about the salary basis. The questions go on and on. We could talk about many more of them. And if you want to do that, don't forget one of the prime benefits of being a SHRM member, the HR Knowledge Center.
All right, we are back with the decision. Once again, thank you very much, judges. Excellent deliberation, as with all the other rounds. So once again, a big hand to these great companies that participated today. As mentioned at the beginning, one of these companies is moving forward and will compete in the semifinals of the 2023 Better Workplaces Challenge Cup. So let's get right to it. The winner of this segment is Mintor. So major congratulations to the Mintor team, and we look forward to your participation. Judges, any comments? Starting off with Yolanda, any comments you wanna offer?
Yes, I would like to encourage all of our participants today to continue to strive to innovate in the in our HR sector, because we need your talent, and what you have presented today is very encouraging. And I would like for you to continue to strive, continue to dig, continue to look for solutions for the HR. And even though you didn't win today, that's not a no, that's a maybe. And so next time, if you want to compete in another competition, you can now look for ways that you can now even become more creative and more innovative. And I wish you luck. I wish you all the best of luck in all of your endeavors.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Mohammed, any comments?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me join this. For me, HR will never end, and it's always this. If people are roaming the earth, there will always be a need for HR. And I think that's always. I think the solutions we saw today, in varying degrees, are helping people hopefully have a better working place. I think innovation can thrive when people are better. And they're in better working places, very, very simply. And I think some of these solutions make it easier for people to actually work, regardless of what level of, let's say, level they're in the company, or the education level, what have you. At the end of the day, it makes life easy. So I congratulate everyone. Just for those who participate today, if they want, I'm more than happy to dedicate some time to them and give them personal feedback. You can reach out to the guys at SHRMLabs, and you can contact me directly. I'm more than happy, and for me, that's a fun part of my day, working with founders. So please feel free to reach out to me.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Judges, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And to the participants as well, thank you very much for having participated in this competition. And to the audience out there, thank you for attending. We really hope you enjoyed it. As we said at the beginning, please note that this event qualifies for 2 PDCs towards your SHRM, CP, or SCP certification. And the code you can use for that is 23-FD39N. And we're going to be displaying that code in a second. Next up is going to be our 9th first round segment on Thursday, April 13th. As already mentioned, the company that wins from that round will be moving to the semifinals. And then the winners of the 2 semifinals are going to move to the finals, which will be live in person at the SHRM Annual Conference and Exposition, being held June 11th through the 14th in Las Vegas. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the largest HR show in the world. This year, we're expecting probably close to 20,000 people, just to give you an idea. Please visit betterworkplaceschallengecup.com to stay informed and register to attend our future events. We hope you can join us. Thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone.